Hey, welcome. It is
Welcome back.
April 19th. Welcome back to the Go Show. The show. Go Time Show.
Go Time.
Yeah, Go Time. Welcome back to Go Time.
I'm Leah.
I'm Todd, and we are super excited to be here today. We are at our office in downtown New Braunfels, and we have a bunch of special guests.
We
today.
do. We
It's
have
gonna
a
be
huge
cool.
surprise today.
Yeah, we've never done anything like this. Fingers crossed, producer Karen is like juggling a bunch of things, and
Yes.
she is going to make magic happen. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for cameras and stuff. It's going to be cool.
So first off, please like and subscribe and share with your friends and hit the notification bell to get notified when we go live. It's every Friday at 9:30.
Yep. Rain or
Except for
shine.
that one Friday.
Rain or shine, or unless we're in a Vegas airport.
Yeah, and we mess up.
Yeah, technology may be well ahead, but doesn't mean we're up with it. So
Right.
we're doing our best. But, you know, we have a great show. You had a great idea for today's show. We were talking
Thank you.
earlier this week. You're welcome. And we were talking earlier this week about the value that we at Remax Go provide for the agents, and that how important that is in the industry today. When agents are looking for where to hang their license, where to be a professional real estate agent from, and how important it is to have that support. And I guess we take it for granted, maybe because we've been here and we understand how it works here, but maybe
Right.
it'll be a good reminder for the agents here and for other agents who are maybe looking for a place to call home, that they'll get more support and training and
Yeah.
et cetera.
So who's got your back? That's what we're talking about.
Who's got your back?
Who's got your back?
That's how Leah would say it.
Yes, I would. Yeah.
Because she's hip.
I'm younger.
Okay, see, we're going there.
I know.
All
All
right.
right.
So
Get serious.
let's talk about our roles, because you and I are both on staff.
Yes.
And so I'll interview you,
Oh.
and we'll put you on the spot
Don't.
first.
Okay.
Okay, so you are part of a staff here at Remax Go.
Yes.
We're really Remax Go Texas, because we have offices all over Texas. But our what we call the think tank, or the headquarters, the hub of
The
all of
station.
is in New Braunfels. That's where we all live. But we travel all the time throughout the state to manage what we have going,
Yes.
as we continue to grow and take over Texas.
Yes. Domination.
So domination, world domination.
Yeah.
So you are what I call full-time trader. What does your name tag say?
This one does not say that.
What does your normal name tag say?
It does say Vice President of Training
Training, sweet.
and Coaching.
And
Training
coaching.
and coaching.
Training and coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, because training kind of sounds not as appealing as coaching and mentoring and all that, which is what you do. So tell me what you do.
So I help agents grow their business. That is ultimately what I do. Training on all levels. So not just social media, but of course the knowledge, the tools, what Scott likes to say, dollar productive activities, the things that actually bring you in closings. And I do also teach Buffini as well. So
You know that
I'm licensed mentor.
Buffini, not everybody knows that Buffini is a coaching method. It's a style of doing real estate that focuses on referrals by following up with your database and
Yes.
staying in touch with your sphere of influence.
Yes.
I would
Huge.
say that's probably one of the, even without Buffini, you still teach that. You teach
I do.
that concept of doing real estate. And I bet you 9 out of 10 realtors right out of the gate, if you ask them, hey, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, would you like the bulk of your work to come, your business to come from reputation and people referring you to their friends and being an advocate for you? They would say yes, right? Maybe
Right.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And so we teach that, Buffini or not, we teach that concept here, because that's how agents become great.
Right.
But the other way to get there is to meet more people. And so you teach people how to do that. Social media is a big part of that.
Social media is a huge part of that. But every Friday we do have a social media class, which is open actually to all agents. So some people know that, some people don't.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So yeah, we
And-
love to share
Yeah.
the love.
And for the agents at our office, they know that you teach social media every day.
Yes.
But yeah, it's pretty cool
and
to walk in.
accountability.
Right.
All the things.
To walk into this upstairs office where we work and to see a Monday through Friday schedule that is available on
Zoom.
Zoom and in person
Yes.
is pretty cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so all
And
right.
visiting different offices and all of the things.
Yeah, and anytime we go anywhere, you're teaching something somewhere.
Trying to. Yes, definitely. All right.
All right.
So your turn.
My
Todd, please tell me, I should have like a drum roll. Please tell me what your title is, because he loves this title very much.
I told somebody yesterday and they nailed it. My title is Chief Engagement Officer.
Which means?
CEO.
Of course.
So I'm the CEO. I just tell everybody what to do. Go play golf.
No, he doesn't.
No, Scott brought me on. Our jobs are based on our personalities, honestly. And your job, you have the heart of a teacher. You're a mom. You love helping build people and into stronger people. And so your job is perfect. I'm an engager. I'm a connector. I'm a networker. I love meeting people. Sometimes I'll say, I just haven't met all my friends yet. So I'm meeting people, and when I meet you, I want to get to know you. I want to ask you questions. I want to see who I can connect you with, and so that's part of my job, is having a regular conversation with as many of our agents as possible, to connect them to the resources within the office that is best able to help them. So if most problems can be solved with more learning, more training. And so I just send them, hey, have you talked to Leah lately? Because she has a class for that, because we do have, not everybody is wired to ask for help when they need it. Some people just get frustrated and they beat themselves against the wall, or they give up and they walk away because they're frustrated. I get it. But those people, if they'll give Leah a chance, they'll blossom into at least something a little better than what they're doing now. So so that's us. And so I'm just your friend. And if you haven't met me and don't know me very well yet, let's get to know each other. So then, let's see. We said we were going to go to business development.
Yes. Yeah. So we have some awesome news in our business development station. We have a new recruiter, business development, Roger Torres. Yeah. He is brand new to us.
Yeah, and Lindsay. Of course, Lindsay.
Yeah, you guys know me. I've been here for a while. But yes, this is Roger Torres. He is new on our business development team.
Yay. So, okay. Some people, if they're in our office or if they're not in our office, they may wonder why, when we're talking about a show with a theme of who's got your back, why are we talking to the recruiter / business development folks? How does your presence on this team help this office?
Well, I'm awesome, Todd. What do you mean?
Besides the obvious.
No, what we do is we bring on agents who add to the culture of this office. Every new agent that comes on, every new listing, there's more signs and more yards in our community. We're very, very deeply rooted here in New Braunfels and Seguin and Houston. And so that's what we really try to do, is bring more agents on who build and add to the community.
Awesome. Okay, so that's interesting to know that you take that into consideration. That's cool.
Absolutely.
You're also a licensed agent, right?
I am.
Yeah. I know when I was working in business development for this brokerage, I sometimes was the person they'd call because I built a relationship with them as I was bringing them on, and they're calling me saying, how do I do this contract or this form?
Oh yeah, I get that all the time still. I'm always here and happy to help our agents. I definitely have, their first point of contact typically when they join. So they do tend to feel comfortable with me, and I let them know I've been an agent for 7 years, been with this office for 6 years. So I know the ropes, and I'm always happy to help. We do have all of our staff, of course, that, everybody plays their own roles, but I'm always happy to help our agents any way I can.
That's awesome. Roger, I know you're brand new, and I've interacted with you a few times. You're super excited to be here, and we're happy to have you. Yes. And can't wait to see the talent that you acquire in the market that brings those folks to us so that we can glean from them. We can encourage them. They can help build this amazing culture that's already here. So thank you and welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
And he has a military background.
Yes.
For your service.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's going to make great connections and just do amazing things in this office for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome.
Thanks for including us, guys.
Of course. You're a part of this. All right. So we'll let you guys go. Have a good day. Go find some more agents.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
That was cool.
Love those guys.
That's going to be fun. Yes. All right. So now, Tanya Rogers. So another really key part of this team. Hey, Tanya, there she is.
Hi.
We're talking about who's got your back when it comes to being a part of RE/MAX Go. and of course, you're one of the ones that has their back. And so we all know you as Tanya, the MLS queen, Tanya,
all the things,
the party planner,
yeah.
The
cards, writes cards,
big sister, the heartbeat in many ways.
Gives great gifts.
Oh, she's thoughtful.
So
yeah, so she does things I couldn't do and you couldn't do. Yeah. She's got her own stuff. But Tanya, let me, if I was introducing you to a brand new agent, how would you tell them about what you do here to be a part of the solution and have our back?
Sure. So I'll be one of your first points of contacts as a new agent. We'll do all your onboarding. I'll teach you all of our resources and tools, how to get online and how to start your website. So that's one of the first things that I'll do. Then we'll talk about joining MLS and getting your board set up. And I'm here to support you, whatever you need. I'll answer all your questions, your text messages.
Yep.
All your tools, technology, you go over all of that stuff.
Yep.
And help them get on board, order name tags and all the fun stuff.
Right.
Another thing that is really important to me is that whenever I show up at an event with this office, whether it's here or at a convention center or in Houston or in Seguin or in wherever, there's going to be food there. And Tanya's probably the reason we have our food.
Yes.
Because she found somebody to bring us food, or she made the food or got the food.
Yeah.
And so, every time you eat food on Remax Go, Tanya probably had something to do with getting that food there.
More than likely, yes. She did.
She's fun. She's really talented at designing, and she has great opinion. One time I had an agent reach out to me on a weekend, and he said, I don't know anything about design, but I think the color of the kitchen is horrible of this house that I'm about to list, and I'm trying to guide this client. I said, call Tanya. She'll help you say if that's the right color or not. You don't think that you're ever going to get that question as a realtor, but.
Fun fact about Tanya, her house, she loves to decorate, and her house is like on a Christmas tour in New Braunfels.
Not surprising.
I mean, it's a big ordeal. So besides all the wonderful things she does at the office, she also has a really keen eye for decorating. So
yeah.
Well, and that agent who called about the dining room, I think that house is under contract. So
it sure is. Yeah.
I remember we went to an open house. Or was it an open house or? I think it was an agent open house, and you're like, oh no, we have to move this furniture. It was a listing. It's funny
because when you have one of those events and you ask, it's called a broker open house, and you have all your friends and other brokers come, and you're like, tell me, is it priced right? Is it, what's going on? What should I do? You want Tanya there.
Yeah, Tanya was just moving the furniture. Yeah. I was like, okay, let's go, let's move it, and the clients loved it. So yeah.
And Tanya, you're also a licensed agent.
I am.
You serve on a board with our local MLS here in Central Texas. So that is great to have a connection there, because we get to hear some of the first things that are coming down the pike when it comes to policy changes or best practices from our local board, especially in the climate we're in now. So you're a valuable resource, and we're glad you're here. We're glad you have our back too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the MLS committee really doesn't have anything to do with design. So,
an extra
they help try to keep us in compliance with all of our MLSs, which, lucky enough for us.
Design is just a bonus of what we do.
Yeah, it's a bonus. We have, we're a member of many different MLSs. So
yeah, we probably didn't
another valuable tool.
There's
we
have 8 or 9 MLSs around the state.
Yes.
The major MLSs that you would need especially in that crucial triangle of business from Dallas to San Antonio over to Houston and along the coastline, we have all those MLSs covered. And
man, it would be cool if there was an MLS that just covered all of Texas one day.
Yeah, right.
There is.
I heard about this thing called Quest.
I've heard about that.
That's being built, but probably under contractual requirements to not talk too much about. But I would Google it, but I'm not saying to Google it.
Yeah.
Tanya, thank you for your time. Thank you for having our back.
Thank you. All right. Thanks for all the nice words.
Aw, you bet.
All right. Well, next we have our producer that is running this show, Miss Karen Madden.
Producer Karen. Welcome, Karen.
Thanks.
Everybody who works here knows Karen too, and Karen is also involved in every transaction
Yes.
Because although she's really talented at producing our show and doing this type of StreamYard, every Tuesday morning when we have our team meeting that we broadcast throughout the entire company, that's because Karen's the producer of that too.
Producing that too.
Yeah. And she takes headshots for the agents for free. They don't have to go pay people.
Right.
She is great at
Well, let her
editing.
tell you.
Oh, okay.
She's going to tell you
All
what
right.
she does.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I kind of liked listening to Todd tell it. That sounded pretty good to me.
well, why don't you, tell us, Karen, a little bit about what you do to have our backs.
So I do, my official title, I think, is VP of Production and Finance. So I, most importantly, make sure our agents get paid. And I review their contracts. I answer contract questions. I've been an agent for, I think, almost 14 years. So I have a little bit of experience under my belt. So if they have any questions about negotiations, that is actually my favorite part of real estate is negotiations. Love negotiation. So I just want to help them if they don't understand what something means in a contract. And I don't always have the answer, but I know where to get the answer. So I'm always willing to help with that. And then also back agent, where we put our stuff in is called Workspace now. I will help them with that. So it's kind of what I do in a nutshell.
So if an agent had a question about a contract, they could just give you a call and you would answer all their questions, right?
Anytime. Doesn't matter if it's the evening, the weekends, I'm always available. Call me, text me, email me. A lot of times I will look over the contract before they send it out to have signed. I have no problem with that at all. I would love to do that and help.
Well, I appreciate that. You also deserve some time off. So I'm not going to send you a contract on Sunday afternoon if I don't have to. But if it's an emergency, I will.
Right.
Well, I heard you have Texas Realtors legal department on speed dial.
I do. Yes.
Yeah, you're on a first name basis. So
That's
if you have any,
baller.
if you have any questions about is this illegal, or Scott likes to say we keep our side of the road clean.
Yes.
If you do that, you don't have to worry. Look over your shoulder because we try to do things the right way. But yeah, Karen, I don't think we have time on this show to talk about everything you do for the agents and everything, but that's the crux of it, and we sure appreciate you having our back. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I think that's about it. You know me, I like to be behind the scenes, not in front of the camera. So this is a little bit of a big step for me, but
We appreciate the big step that you are taking.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having our back in every way. We appreciate it. Good job. You did great.
bye.
Bye. Now produce yourself off of here.
Right.
She had to take herself off and put it on. Okay, so drum roll, please. So all of this is made possible. This entire organization is here being made possible because of a dream of a certain broker and his wife. And so let's bring on the one, the only, the broker, owner, manager of Remax Go.
Hey guys,
Hey buddy,
Hi.
how are you?
what's going on, man? I'm the guy that gets to be around all of these people all day, every day. And man, that's a huge blessing for me.
Well, we just went, we had Tanya on, and we had our development department with Lindsay and Roger. We had Karen on. We talked about what Leah does. We talked about what I do. And so tell us a little bit about this organization and what you love about it.
Where it's going, all the things.
Oh, you know what? We could let them know, couldn't we? All right. I have an idea. Yes, the new office. We'll talk about that here in a second. Okay. I had a dream. Yes, and it was to open an amazing real estate office. It started in Houston, and we would come and visit this town of New Braunfels on the weekends, and it was just so much fun. And we're like, okay, how cool would it be if we just opened up the real estate office in New Braunfels? And that's kind of where the idea was born. Long story short, we moved here in the early part of 2010, opened up this office in the early part of 2010, almost 15 years ago. And gosh, we made our way around the town with several different offices, and now we've got offices. Thank you, Lord, around the state. And so we were going to talk about this. I'm just seeing this is a good time to talk about this. We were going to talk about the new San Antonio office. We were going to talk about that on Tuesday, but for some reason it just slipped on by. So, gosh, let me be the first to tell you there is a new office opening in San Antonio. RE/MAX Go. Can we say Stone Oak?
Man, that's so cool. Dun, dun, dun. What is the note? What is that? You should have had something ready. That breaking news. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Breaking news. Well, that's amazing. So we continue to grow, and can't wait to hear more about the new San Antonio office. That's going to be amazing, and I guess we'll be driving in. There's some good restaurants in that area, so I can't wait to have to go to San Antonio a few times and try some new restaurants. That's cool, and I can't wait to bring the level of talent that is probably already there. We get to learn from them, and they can increase our culture. That's great. I'm so excited. You've never ceased to amaze me and how your vision is and how it works. So we're happy about that. So thank you.
Well, yes, Gordon, it's that saying we were talking about earlier, the rise of the tide lifts all boats. And so as we start growing in other cities and start, working together to accomplish more in those cities, we all do better because of that. So I'm super excited, and we expect to be in that office. The plan now is June 1st. So super, super, super excited. And the footprint in San Antonio is going to be helpful for all the agents, certainly in this area.
Absolutely. So, not every real estate office has a staff like you put together, a team like you put together. And I'm not bragging about us necessarily, but I do bragging on you because there are lots of offices that don't have a full-time trainer or an engagement officer or a business development or finance and production, MLS onboard specialist. You have a lot of people that work for you that are here to serve your client, which is the agents that you serve.
Right.
And so how did that come about, and why do you have that? Why do you offer that kind of support?
Well, it is exactly, you just touched on it just for a second there. Agents can work anywhere. And what do we want to do? We want to offer the agents, yes, the tools and the technology, but the support and all the pieces that it takes to run an amazing business. We want to be able to support them in all of those areas. And so we have that little saying in the office, when you call me, you get we. Well, we can accomplish so much more together. Together everyone achieves more, that old team thing. And that's exactly what it is. We get to leverage, 6-7 people in our time to help the greater good being RE/MAX agents. And so if we can help them achieve their goal, everybody wins.
I love that. Yeah. And, just speaking personally, as a real estate agent, as a realtor that is licensed here, I don't know what the future holds, right? When it comes to what's a year from now look like. 2 years ago, I wasn't expecting that. And now 2 years from now, I don't know what to expect. I can guess like everybody else, but I don't have a crystal ball. What I do know is that if I'm connected to an organization that is as invested as you are in having solutions ready for whatever the problems look like, then I'm probably in a pretty safe place, a pretty good place to get through whatever challenge.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to be out there on my own.
It's one of those things where when we all come together, we're gonna help get the agents to where they want to be. And are the roads going to be perfect, nice and smooth all the way, every day? No. Are we going to navigate through some of the hard stuff together? Yes. Are people going to buy and sell homes? Yes. Are we going to be there to help them? Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, boss. And congratulations on your new acquisition. And can't wait to see how that helps the tide lift for all of your agents and our agents and this team and what the future holds.
Amen.
We're going to keep moving. We have to finish up some fun stuff here. So thank you. That was awesome. Scott's out of here.
Bye.
That's the first
going
time
to
I've ever
work,
been
yeah.
able to like kick him out.
No,
Right? No,
okay.
I didn't.
You didn't kick him out. Calm
No,
down.
I didn't. Calm down, tough guy.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Well, that was fun.
That was fun. And we love our leadership team here. We love doing life with them because it is a lot of our day is spent here together and outside. And it's just fun. We make it fun and we have fun. And we're a huge team and we love each other and support each other.
That's right. I'm fixing
And
my
make
flag.
fun of each other
My flag was
sometimes.
facing down. It looks sad.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
Now
notice
it looks
that.
like the wind's blowing really hard.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about what's happening because we have a lot of things. What's happening?
What's happening is a segment of our show, if you're new to our show, where we talk about fun things that are happening. And we look on the internet. We talk to others about what's going on around the state and around our area.
Yeah. So, of course, first off is Fiesta. I know okay.
Oh, that wasn't, that wasn't what I was meaning to.
Okay. I don't know where that came from. Okay.
Is that better?
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
Okay.
keep going.
I don't know if I can. So Fiesta is happening all week long. I know we talked about that last week.
San Antonio Fiesta.
San Antonio.
Yes.
I just found out it was only in San Antonio. I thought it was everywhere, but
That
apparently
reminds
not.
me of the joke. Like, I wonder if they celebrate July 4th in Russia. No, it's like, wait,
Stop.
that's an American thing.
Anyways,
Okay.
we did find that out, and it's just San Antonio. But what is it called? Oyster Bake.
Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bake is
It's coming
this
up.
weekend, so I'm going. Huge lineup. It's going to be great. Amazing.
I think Roger's going to see Collective Soul and some other bands.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So then there's also Green Market Days, which is coming up. That is here locally. And then also Sanger Fest. Did I say it right?
Mhm.
Sanger Fest. That is coming up as well. It's looking a couple weeks, I believe. Houston.
There's a car show.
Oh, yes, there's a car show in Spring, Texas. So if you're into classic cars or you want to network with people, this would be a good opportunity. And it's a fun family outing that you can go to, take your kids, all of that.
There's another cool thing happening.
What?
Well, for those, I'm talking to a certain segment of our audience, but if you are a Houston Astros fan, Justin Verlander is pitching tonight. And that's his first time. It's his, what they call a season debut, because he's been resting his shoulder. So that's kind of cool to see how Justin's doing because he's amazing. And we have some Dallas agents in the Dallas DFW metro area.
Yeah.
And the Rangers
They're
are playing.
Cowboys? Oh, Rangers.
No, the Rangers are playing in,
Sorry.
I think they're your current World Series champion Rangers.
Hmm.
They're playing in Atlanta against the Braves. So there's fun stuff going on
Sports.
this weekend for sure.
Yeah. There's a crawfish cook-off in Houston. That is happening. And then we also have our Remax Go Mega Open House. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. But you will be seeing a lot of marketing that's coming around for all of the agents. And if you are an agent and have not gotten that to us, please get that to us today so we can market that for you.
Yeah, that was a great idea that came out of a mastermind that we did a few months ago. And so I think that's something that's going to build momentum as time goes on. And I'm excited about it because when you're sitting at a listing appointment and you say, we have a mega open house once a month. So if your house is still in the market at that time, we're going to have a citywide open house dedicated to our office listings.
All offices or all stations. So
Right.
Houston, New Braunfels, Seguin, Austin, Dallas, and now San Antonio. So,
It's something we're doing that we're just, consistency is the key. We're going to keep doing it, keep building momentum.
Yeah. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be a thing.
It is a thing.
It
It's
is
a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
All right.
Also, wait, before you go into that, I was trying to find it on my phone. That's what I was looking at my phone for earlier. And I can't seem to find it, but I'm going to put the link later. So there's this new thing. Y'all know AI, right? I mean, it's pretty cool what it can do. There's this new AI credit check. So, or credit, kind of like Credit Karma. So basically for your clients who are using credit repair, or maybe who don't want to commit to credit repair, you can mention this AI tool that helps fix your credit. So what it does is you upload your credit report, and then it sends you out the letters that you need to mail off to the credit bureaus to dispute what is on your
It
credit.
helps you write the letters.
It does all of it for you.
That's really awesome.
So it's new, and I
Don't tell
could
anybody.
not. I know, don't
Don't tell
gatekeep it.
anybody else.
Yeah, so this is going to be huge. But if you're on TikTok, just look up AI credit repair, and I'm sure it will come up for you. So I just wanted to share that today
You are always on the cutting edge
of TikTok.
TikTok and other technology.
I might have been on it last night.
All right, so thank you for that. And I talk about industry news each week, and
He had to put his glasses on. It
Well,
gets real.
I'm
yeah.
wearing contacts and I don't have mine.
It's okay. Just go
So,
with it.
I think it makes me look smarter, right? I think it should.
Very much.
So we do industry news at the end of each show, and I scour the interwebs for positive industry news. So I want to share some things with you. First thing, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but the FHA made an announcement clarifying. It's not new information. So if you hear people, oh, I heard FHA said that sellers can pay, this has nothing to do with that. All it is a clarification that per the current policy, that buyer agent commission will not count towards interested party contributions, meaning allowable seller concessions. So all of us agents know that there are limits to seller concessions on certain loan programs depending on down payment. Talk to Damien or any of our Motto agents if you have questions about that, because you'll see 2 to 9%. Everybody's like, 9%? I've never heard of 9%. Well, if you put 30% down, there's amazing things that can happen. So don't get caught up in all that. Just know that if your buyer asks the seller to pay you a commission, or the seller decides to pay the buyer's agent commission through with the contract, that does not affect the ability for the buyer to ask for certain concessions and get up to the maximum allowed. So really it's a good thing, because we've been hearing what some consider bad news here and there, and this is good news that hasn't changed. So there's some stability there.
Yes.
See, so that's new. I saw an email or a text over the weekend of 4.9% interest rate for new homes. With rates sitting around 7.5 on the par out there, some I've seen 5.25. There's certain new home builders that are having sales this weekend and heading into the busy buying season, and I'm seeing low fives. So it's important, I think, for us to let people know that if they're thinking that they're going to pay a 7.5% interest rate, that there are ways to buy it down and get it lower. And so when it's hanging out in the 7.5, realistically, 5.5 is pretty amazing, and even 6 compared to that is amazing. So So don't just think, oh man, rates are in the 7s. Well, let's talk to a lender, get creative.
Yes.
And a final thing that I just wanted to mention, doing research. Oh well, I don't have it in front of me right now, but Realtor.com combined with this data company, they do a poll every year. They reach out to current home sellers and they ask them questions like, how often do you think about moving? When do you think you'll move? Do you think your house will sell in one day, or do you think it's going to take a week or 10 days? Or do you think you're going to get asking or get over asking? It's fun to watch those statistics when you compare it to the anomalies that were 2020 and 21, right?
Right.
And so what I gathered from it, and maybe next week we can dive a little deeper into it, but what I gathered from it was there are a lot of, it just makes common sense that ever since the rate started climbing up a little bit, getting into the 6s, and everyone had sticker shock on that, these sellers are sitting here with a 3.5% interest rate or a 3 3/4 interest rate, sub 4, and saying, I'm not going to sell this and get into an 8% interest rate or a 7% interest rate. So we all know that there are some sellers that are hanging on at their house. Well, they've been hanging on to it for a couple of years. And so common sense says they're hanging on to it. They really need to move because
they don't love the house.
They don't love the house. They love the rate, but they don't love the house.
Yeah.
And they need to move. There's other stats about they want to get closer to friends and family. They're getting older. They need to downsize, work, divorce. All these reasons why people move are still happening. And so you can imagine these sellers that have all this equity in the house are hanging on for dear life because they're waiting for interest rates to come back down to 3.5.
Right.
That ain't going to happen. But they're going.
Yeah.
But what I think is a perfect storm of I'm tired of waiting to sell my house. I want to get access to this equity and I want to move. And you know what? Maybe the rates aren't going to come down. So I'm tired of waiting. Let's do this. So I think you're going to see inventory rising in the next few months as we head towards the election, because we're heading into the busy buying season and we need inventory. And so I think we're already seeing inventory rising. I think it's going to continue to rise. That means contact your sphere, your database that has a house that they can sell, and ask them how they're feeling. Because if you don't, someone else will.
Yes. Todd's prediction.
That's my prediction.
Tell
I
her.
should get one of those turbans with a crystal ball, and I can do predictions every week.
Nope, we're not doing that. But good thought. All right. On that note, bye guys.
Have a great week.
Yes. Have a great weekend.